The Enormous Turnip, told by Patrick Morrow. An old man planted turnips and watched them grow. They grew and grew and grew, but they didn't stop growing. One turnip grew enormous. It was so big, the old man marvelled. But when he tried to pull it up, he pulled, and he pulled, and the enormous turnip wouldn't budge, not 1 inch. So he called to his wife and said, "Wife, can you help?" And she called out, "Yes, I can knit and I can pull." The old woman pulled, the old man pulled, and though they pulled and pulled with all their might, the turnip didn't budge, not an inch. So the old woman called out, "Granddaughter, can you help?" And she called back, "Yes, I can bake cakes and I can pull." Well, the granddaughter pulled, the old woman pulled, the old man pulled, but the turnip didn't budge, not an inch. So the granddaughter called to the dog, "Dog, dog, can you help?" "I can fetch sticks, I can bark, and I can pull," wagged the dog. So the dog pulled, the granddaughter pulled, the old woman pulled, the old man pulled, and the turnip didn't budge, not an inch. So the dog called out to the cat, "Cat, cat," and the cat was sitting by the fire warming herself, and dog said, "Can you help?" And cat said, "I can purr so that everybody is warm, cozy and comfortable, and I can pull." So the cat pulled, the dog pulled, the granddaughter pulled, the old woman pulled, the old man pulled, and the turnip didn't budge, not an inch. So the cat called out to the mouse, "Oh, Mousie, Mousie, can you help?" And the mouse called out, "I can make a cozy nest and I can pull." The mouse scampered along, the mouse pulled, the cat pulled, the dog pulled, the granddaughter pulled, the old woman pulled, the old man pulled, they yanked, they tugged, and they pulled the enormous turnip. And that night they had turnip soup, and it was delicious because they all pulled together. The Tiger Speaks to You, Tales from the Wild Imagination.